Hey guys, welcome back. I apologize, it has definitely been a hot minute since I've been able to produce anything for you. You know, it's just been a really crazy month, the entire month of July, and kind of coming in here to August, middle of August here. It's been crazy busy, but you know what? The truck has not been sitting completely idle. Kind of been playing around just a little bit and actually been working and fine tuning some things that needed some work. One of those being basically just the tuning and just the breathability of the truck in general. Now, if you've been watching this channel from the beginning, you know that this truck over the last year and a half has seen quite a lot of action. So after all of that, you know, it kind of makes sense that every once in a while something might go wrong or something might start leaking or something might start wearing out or anything like that. So me and a couple friends, we decided that we were going to have our own little friendly dirt drag. We had a decently built LML, a totally stock L5P, 550 horse Excursion, and my truck. We decided to have a little bit of fun. Yeah, so that didn't quite go very well for me, you know, and I've been noticing that over the last year. So it's not because of the new turbo or anything like that. It's been doing this for about the last year. It only happens kind of when it's really, really hot out here. In Illinois, it gets pretty warm in the summertime. You know, so if it's above 85 to 90 to 95 degrees, this truck really hates its life when talking about trying to spool up. It just will not do it. You know, from a four-wheel drive launch to a two-wheel drive launch, you know, just trying to go from a dig at all. And even daily driving a little bit, it seems like this turbo just really doesn't like to spool, and I could not figure out what's going on. Kind of just forgot about it, didn't worry about it for a while. And finally, because of that little race that we tried to do, I said, okay, there's clearly a problem here. Actually, behind the scenes of that, I tried to spool for a minute before finally just telling these guys, you know what, just go, because I can't do it. You know, I don't know what's going on with it, but it just would not do it. So finally I said, okay, you know what, we got a data log. We've got to get some new tuning going on here, because clearly there's an issue. So what I did is I went and got an AutoCal from Andrew Carker down at IOD, took some data logs, sent them to Bob Peterson, my tuner, and said, okay, can you take a look at this, see what you think of it, what's going on here. And so he's kind of found some different tweaks in the tuning to try to help get rid of that issue. You know, it's fueling directly off of the MAF sensor, and it seemed like that was a little bit low as well. So we went ahead and allowed me to be able to fuel independent of the MAF, you know, a lot more. So I can dump the fuel, I can spool as much as I want to, which makes it a whole lot of fun to drive. You know, it's actually still a very clean burning truck, but you know, talking about for launches and dirt drags and drag racing, this truck will spool up instantaneously now, and it is fantastic. But he also said, hey, by the way, it seems like your MAF sensor, you know, it seems like you're getting not as much airflow as you should be getting through that truck. You should probably do a boost test leak, see what you've got going on there. So that's exactly what we did. Basically, I went ahead and pulled this boot right here and hooked up basically a pressure tester there, basically this little home custom built piece here I made, and realized that my Ybridge, which is tucked just underneath here, was just blowing like crazy out. Not just a small little spool, you know, it was actually blowing out almost an entire side. I'm not sure how long it's been like that. I'm a little embarrassed about it, but at the same time, you know, it was like, okay, great, I can, you know, see something that's wrong, let's go ahead and fix it. So I tore all that out. Got new O-rings, put it back in, did another boost test on it directly at the Ybridge, and then stepped it back at each level. And it seems like it's actually holding very, very well. It held it up to 45 to 50 PSI, which is more than the truck will ever see out of the turbo that's on it right now, you know, so I know it's going to be okay. And that made an absolute world of difference. So between that and some tuning tweaks from Bob, this truck is running straight nasty, to be totally honest, and I'm really, really excited about it. So this is just an encouragement for you guys. Every once in a while, just do a boost test, right? And this is something, I think I built this, I already had the boot, but I built the rest of it, you know, for 18 bucks or something like that, right? This is just a PVC cap, a gauge, which is actually broken, so spend more than $4 on your gauge. And then a little ball valve there, you know, and then it hooks up to your air compressor, so you can push and you can control how much air goes into it, so you're not overloading it. Be careful when you're doing it. Make sure that all your clamps are tight, or else it will come out and it will sound like a bomb. Ask me how I know. But other than that, guys, it's super cheap. I think it cost me $18 or less to build this. And now I know that my system is sealed up, right? And that's just a great thing, especially if you're tearing this thing apart as much as I do. You know, it's really easy to make mistakes. It's really easy not to get a clamp completely tightened up, you know, whatever it might be. And it's going to cost you air, and it's going to cost you, you know, overall drivability and power, right? You know, because your air is going in. So just an encouragement to you there. To make sure that your system is as healthy as it possibly can, because honestly, boost leaks are corrosive and you can end up doing a lot more damage than what you think. think, by having one. So just encouragement on that. All right, so now that that's out of the way, here's what I'm really excited about. So this truck is getting a little bit cleaner, you know, all the time as I'm always working on it, but here's one thing that's always been really rough for me, and it's this bed right here, right? You can see it's completely eaten out. It's undercoated still because the whole truck was undercoated before I bought it. And really always hated that, but I'm working on getting that better all the time. But you know, there's only so much you can do, and so I've just been scouring Craigslist, Facebook, and everything like that to try to, sorry, there's flies on me, to try to find a new bed. And finally, after like a year, I finally found one that's in good condition. It's black, it's pretty much ready to go. So we're gonna go ahead and do it. It's right behind this grill right here. And here we go. So this bed is almost perfect condition. There's a little bit of rust under one panel, but it's gonna be easy enough to cut it out and get that fixed. But the entire rest of the bed is almost completely mint clean. So it came off of a 03 or 04 half ton, and I'm really excited to put it on. It's not gonna get on here for probably a week or two because we got a lot going on, but even so, pretty excited to get that on. Half ton tailgate, you know, and tailgate cap and all that kind of stuff. Not super excited about the fact that it's got a plastic bed liner in it, but you know what? We can get that undercoated at some point, or rhino lined, line X, whatever you want to call it, at some point. So I'm pretty stoked about that. That's about all I got for today, guys. Basically, we just have a couple things coming up. It is coming up. We have harvest coming very quickly here in a couple weeks. We're doing corn silage next weekend, which is going to cut into when I was going to put that bed on, but you know what? That has to come first, priorities, right? And that's okay. So, but we have a couple events left. Gonna have at least a couple opportunities to dyno here in the next month, which I'm super excited for. Man, I would just love to see this truck hit low 600s. You know, 625 would just be prime, right? I would love to see it hit that, but we'll see what happens. You know, and I'm pretty optimistic, but we'll see what it does. You know, other than that, guys, the Fall Truck Brawl, it's the Morgan Prim Memorial event that's down in Petersburg, Illinois. They've got dirt drags and sled pulling and dyno event there. I think that's on the 21st of September, I believe. And so super excited to be there, and I'm planning to go to that to do some dirt drags. We'll see how well this truck can do, tuned up and kind of sealed up and ready to go now. You know, it's running, honestly, guys, this truck is running the best that it has ever ran in the 4 years that I've owned it now, and I'm super excited to say that. So hopefully it continues to do that, right? We'll see what it does. But anyways, guys, if you can, it'd be great if you came out to that. Other than that, thanks for watching, guys. Please remember to like and subscribe if you can. Have a great day.